like you to adhere to. Now, past graduates, we're going to help you put on this light bulb. Now, what I want to do on the count of 3, I want all of you. First thing I want to say to you is be open, be real. If you've got stuff that you want to go through and get rid of and deal with, then do it.
Out of my life.
I won't be conquered by you anymore. I'm free from you. I'm free from all these disharmonies that's stopping me in my growth. Bye-bye.
I'm enjoying it tremendously. I'm learning to change myself from all my friends here. Thank you so much.
It's very enriching. I enjoy it tremendously.
You are doing things that the vast majority of people do not do. The vast majority of people just mosey on through life. And they don't know why things happen to them. And they don't know that most of the things that happen to them are because of them, not because of stuff outside them. But they have blamatology, right? Or blamatitis. The point is, it's not my fault, it's this, it's the weather, it's the market, it's this, it's whatever. You know, we look like people from Saturday Night Fever, you know?
That breakthrough was the one that gave me an opportunity to let go of all my baggage, and I felt so relieved, felt that I had some clarity in my life.
Changed my thinking. I believe myself.
The boot camp has taught me new values, so there's been a redefinition of my values, and so I'm grateful for that.
On Friday, her name was Joyce. She left on Saturday, and Joyce turned up. That's what it feels like. It's like two different people. Pushing for you to see change in your life. Do you want that? Yes. Yeah? You have to understand that you are responsible for your life in every aspect of it. I'm forcing you to dig deep into these things. You've only just begun.
Come and see, and you experience it for yourself. You have to discover it for yourself, and no regrets.
Go for it if you want something better for your life and you're willing to do something about it.
Give it a go. You may not know what to expect, but at the end of it, you'll find that it will benefit you a lot.
Go and try it, and when you do, you will thank me for it.
The thing about me is that don't be like, wow, you study psychology. No! 3 years is like, I actually studied like theories and everything. 3 years and 3 days. I think 3 days is more powerful than my whole 3 days. 3 years. This is really, really powerful, and I will tell everyone.
It's not to do with your skills, your talents. That's not what makes you a champion. Okay? it's your mindset. Most people don't actually achieve their highest potential because they think they can't. They think it's too hard. They think that there's way too many things involved. Now, I usually don't get to the rules that fast, but one of the rules I would like you to adhere to, there is this thing that sometimes causes excitement in your pocket. Right? Ideally, placing your books. All of you stand here. In order with the books? Yeah, in the order of your books.
In order of
Okay, alright, so stand in line.
Who's the third? Who's the third?
Yeah. Okay, you got it? Now, the past graduates are going to help you to put on the blindfold.
Just in a row.
Who's like? Yeah, take some of your glasses.
You can take out your glasses. I'll hold it for you. Okay.
Tell me you can do.
Go. Isn't it funny how we walk when we can't see?
Yeah.
Move to the right slightly, left slightly, left slightly. Same with you. Right, left slightly, left slightly. Just plug you in there. And Robin, just run over here. Okay, Robin, we're putting you. Okay, past champions. The past champions are going to just put a few obstacles in the of path now. Okay. A few of those, all right. Okay. Alright, now just stand close to those chairs, everyone. Now what I want you to do on the count of 3, I want all of you to move towards your books as if that's your goal. Okay? Past champions, can you please be protective of this whole process, because we don't want anyone getting hurt. Well, I mean, we can get anyone hurt, but we don't want anyone hurt. Right? So, when I say go, I want you to move towards your goal as if you are committed to achieving it. Go. Okay, stop. Take your blindfolds off. Where are all the chairs?
No chairs, you tricked us.
See, what you did was this. I didn't say to you that when you walked across there that you couldn't take your blindfold off. I just said to you, you're here, make sure you can't see, okay? You can't see, right? And then I just said, go. Right? So sometimes we just assume that there are obstacles, because we've got it on video now. Right? So, yeah, this is what we saw. Right? We got that on video. People are going to look at that because we're going to put it on YouTube. No. But what you're doing is you have assumed something, and you assume not listening to the information entirely. Okay, well, I'm just going to blindfold you. I didn't say at any point in time that you have to walk with your blindfold on all the way across there. You could have just went. Right?
Yes.
So all I'm saying is that you can look at any situation and have a different response. You can choose to do it differently or stay the same. Move on. Go. So, first thing I want to say to you is be open. Okay? Be open. Be real. Be honest with yourself. Don't try and be somebody for someone else in this room. If you've got stuff that you want to go through and get rid of and deal with, then do it. Right? And say, I don't want to, we had this discussion with Marlon because there was some, Marlon's father passed away a few years ago, and there was all sorts of issues. Don't start crying while you're videoing. Okay? There's also, all sorts of issues and feelings that he had to go through, and he was saying, I feel like a big crybaby. No, you're not. Tears are good. It's good to deal with things. It's good to deal with the issues because this is a safe environment. This is where family is. Okay. Right. So just be open. All right. And the idea of the hot seat is for you to have some very personalised coaching about issues that you are dealing with, disharmonies.
Lack of self-discipline.
Lack of self-discipline. Why are you undisciplined?
Maybe it's because I'm comfortable or not just pushing myself enough. But I know deep down that I need to get things done.
Yeah. With all due respect, Damien, you've used this discussion many times.
Yeah.
You've said many times the undisciplined, I have to get active and that sort of thing.
In fact, I have progressed from where I was.
Yeah.
But I'm still raising my bar.
Okay.
I said, no, I'm not satisfied where I am.
So what have you done well?
In terms of business, I would say I have done the necessary actions, like making the calls, seeing the people, but I still feel that that's not enough. I need to keep pushing myself even more. And so I see that because being in the business for a number of years, for guys who have been in the business for that number of years, the requirement also to speak what is required of them is even more greater. So I want to get to that level.
Okay. So you've got other people that you think are role models who have been in the industry the same amount of time, and they've progressed further in the business than you. Okay. Is one of the reasons for that the amount of work you do in the church?
Not really.
No? Because that was one of the things.
Yeah, that was one, but that is what.
So you've cut that back now. So why aren't you being more disciplined? Why aren't you just saying, I'm going to do it? There's two ways I want us to go here. Are you being undisciplined? Or are you constantly raising the bar to the point that you don't actually celebrate the successes that you have? Because if you go through your entire life with, it's not good enough, it's not good enough, it's not good enough, it's not good enough, you always move towards your most current dominant thought, right? So you're always going to be moving towards what?
Not good.
Not good enough. Which means you are running forward on a negative, right? You're driving yourself forward because you actually aren't achieving what you think you should be achieving. So if you were to write down on a piece of paper 10 things that you want to praise about yourself for what you're doing now, just quickly rattle it off as fast as you can. Praise yourself. All right, you've got 60 seconds of praise. Go.
Oh, it's not that. You gave me 60 seconds.
No, go. Praise yourself.
I am a fast worker. I get things done fast.
In relation to what you have done.
Yeah.
What you have improved. What have you improved? Okay.
And I don't procrastinate. Like how I use.
What's the opposite to that? Before I grab the whistle and blow it.
Productive.
I don't procrastinate. What's the opposite to that? Okay. I'm proactive. Okay.
Proactive. I take responsibility. I'm accountable. I do what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
Now.
Okay. So in relation to this, you said not being disciplined and not following through. How does that hold you back from being a champion? Is it, like you asked the question about whether or not it's actually this thing or it's something else. So the question is it the fact that you're undisciplined, or is it the fact that you keep focusing on what you're not achieving as opposed to what you are achieving?
Look at it.
I know you.
I suppose it's, to me, maybe the bars that I have, that standard is not really, it's really not that high enough that I don't feel that pain. And that's why I tell myself, I'm not achieving this because of my lack of self-discipline, things that I need to do. Yeah, not that I can celebrate in a big way.
I'm not suggesting that you celebrate in a big way, but just praising yourself is a celebration.
Yeah, that I definitely can.
So can you praise yourself more? So if I'm committed to getting rid of this harmony from my life, yes?
Yes.
Why?
Because I know I can achieve greater things.
Okay.
Yeah, and I can do more things.
Yeah.
And I get that sort of fully. But all said and done, I see that there has been growth in many areas of my life.
Okay.
From many years. I mean, of course, from the last camp and even before that.
Yeah. So there is growth.
There is.
When you recognize those things that you're doing well, how does that make you feel?
It feels good. It feels like I've achieved something. It really feels that. It really feels like a champion. It really feels that, I'm very responsible.
Yeah. You are. So if you focus more on the things that you are achieving, it's like a child. We are like children. You're like a child. The more you are praised for what you're doing well, the more you want to do more of what you're doing well. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So can you stop focusing so much on your lack of discipline and focus a little bit more on the successes that you're having with the incremental changes? Because you beat yourself up a lot. Can that work?
Sure.
So there's a solution for it. Okay, good.
Thank you.
So that's not too hard, is it? Okay. I don't know what it's about, so you have to start it off.
When Damien was doing his course, something triggered in me. Okay. One of the things actually that I put down for my disharmony which was way down the list, was uncertainty. But then it got me thinking about myself. I said I took this leap of faith to come into the unit trust business. But I actually joined in year 2010.
Okay.
Right? But as a part-time because I was still working full-time. And I actually came in because I wanted to support my husband.
So he's in the same business, is he?
He's in the same business,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
And what he did was, actually his background is in advertising. But he was sort of like made redundant, and then our good friend who became his upline said, okay, why don't you come and try this one and see whether it will work for you.
Yeah.
So I went with him to meetings and so on, and I thought he needed encouragement, so okay, I went with him, and then later on I said I might as well be an agent too. But with my work in the preschool, I find that I really didn't have time to do anything about it. And so it's just sort of like minimal enough to qualify again to have my license for the following year and so on. Until end last year, I said, okay, maybe I should really give it a go and we do full-time, the two of us in this business. That's when I put in my letter, and actually I'm still teaching. Next month only I will finish my term of my service with the TV. But in the meantime, what happened was that this upline of ours, he introduced me to this activity or this business, another one, which is, yeah, it's a bit strange, which is scholastic books. These are school books for school children, but direct to school children, because they needed somebody to like open up the market in Malacca. And my experience with scholastic books, because my children in the school order that, is that the catalog comes out 4 times a year. And then so I said, oh, okay, I only need to work 4 times a year, go down to Malacca and get the orders and so on. And so I have 2 full-time jobs where I don't need to put 100% of my time into it. And it seems to be a nice balance, okay? So that's what I thought the world is going to be. Then what happened was that my husband, his ex-colleague, who is now managing an office in Beijing, China, said I needed someone short-term, a month, to help me with this project. He went in February, he's still there now.
Okay.
So
that's not a month.
yeah, that's definitely not a month. Because the project kept, they were doing work and so on, And so I asked him, and she has said to him, you can come and stay as long as you want. Okay, it can be a permanent thing for you if you want, right? And the client that that project was working on was very happy with the campaign, and has decided to sort of like extend the campaign for another 5 years. So
you're not feeling very married at the moment, are you?
no. Well, not in that. Well, he's not too sure whether he'll be staying there either, because the client hasn't actually signed on the dotted line. The campaign is going to cost the client something like 50 million euros, and he wants to be sure about it. And we are now working right now, putting on a full 5-year package for him so that he can present to his boss back in Europe about the whole thing. So how the agency works is that if a client actually signs on the dotted line, then the agency can offer him a permanent thing with the agency, so right now I feel uncertain. Yeah, whether the 2 businesses that I want to do will be there. If I do the business, will my husband be there?
Okay.
Or will I just pack up and go to China?
So what are the scenarios that you've obviously discussed this with him?
Not in full.
Right. What would be your preference?
I would like to go overseas. Well, to try something different.
Okay.
Yeah.
To live in China.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Okay.
And one thing, and with that, previously there was also an opportunity for him to be in China 8 years ago. And one of the options that I explored for myself was to be a shadow aide in the school. So that is something that I feel I still can consider if you were to pack up and go to China to stay there.
So you could work over there?
I could.
Yeah. So what's your question?
Well, right now everything is I feel is in the air.
Yeah.
I haven't got an answer from him as to how it will be. I'm not sure whether he really wants to stay there or not.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to push him.
Has he given any indication what he really wants?
He said he feels comfortable working there.
Okay.
But I feel, I mean, I wrote about his health. Whether he'll be able to stand the pressure of the agency work.
Because he had a heart attack, didn't he? And how is he now? How is his health now?
He's okay, but the latest checkup, the cardio said that, because previously he had like 4 blockages,
Yep.
but the cardio managed to do 2 only.
Yeah.
So the other 2, the last report says that, thank you, that he may need to have a look at the other 2 blockages.
Yeah.
It may be affecting him in that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's coming back in October. Just another follow-up.
Okay. And is this because is this a lifestyle disease that he has? Is he a smoker or a drinker? Or
No. It was quite a surprise to us.
Okay.
It came out of the blue.
Yeah, out of the blue. Yeah.
I mean, he looks trimmer than any of the guys here. Sorry.
So.
In fact, his heart attack was the second time that he experienced it before the doctor discovered it. The first time we went to a hospital, and
They didn't even know.
yeah, he said, look, you can't be having a heart attack. It must be you pull the shoulder. He was working out in the gym, is it?
Okay.
Yeah.
What is the ideal scenario for you? If you could flick the switch and have things fall into place right now, what would be the ideal scenario?
Okay, what I feel bad about is, in a way, like,
I didn't ask you what you would feel bad about.
okay,
I
ideal
asked
scenario.
you what would be the ideal scenario for you right now? If you could flick a switch, don't tell me what you don't want, right?
Okay.
Tell me what you do want. What would be the ideal scenario? There's no restrictions, nothing holds you back, no yeah buts, right? What would be ideal?
Can I add in one more factor? I forgot.
Oh, okay then. All right.
All right.
Is this going to take long?
Sorry, folks.
No. I'm joking.
One more factor. My parents live in Australia.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to go further away
No.
if you go to China.
No, they come back once a year now, because my father's next month will be 89.
Yes.
So he said, all my friends are migrating to heaven, so I better come back every year to see them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he comes back more often now.
Yeah.
And when he comes back, he comes and stay with us, because we don't have kids, we have rooms for them and so on. So what I feel is that, okay, I would also like to spend time with them and to have the flexibility, like I said, to not be tied down to the kindi, so that if they were to be back, I can have the time with them. And then also, like, even if I go to China, I can come back for them when they come back and stay and so on,
Yeah.
But I feel like if I were to be working in China again, I mean, the ideal scenario to me, yes, I would like to be in China with him.
And that he's happy in China
And that
as
he's
well.
happy in China as well.
Would he be happy in China if you were there with him?
I think so. I think he will. He misses me, I know. I miss him too. I feel if I'm there, I can watch over him. Make sure he eats properly, doesn't work too late.
Can I ask you, there's no trust issue at all between you? Everything's fine trust-wise in terms of relationship?
Yeah, I think it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just a question.
I did. Yeah, I look for signs, but I haven't found any.
Right, okay. I think I've opened up another coaching session.
So my ideal would be there, but okay, now can I go into the but after I say my ideal?
Sure, you're about to.
Yeah. I feel that it would be like abandoning the clients that he has built up.
Here.
Yeah, here. Some of whom are his friends, my friends. I mean, even though in the business what we do is the upline then takes over.
Yeah.
Yeah. But because he has gone in and I've recommended friends and said that, we are here, we are friends, we will help you take care of your money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But the idea of that, okay, there's a few things here. One of them is that I've got a question about how passionate you are about the business. So that's come up a few times today with people. Right? And I wonder if it's coming up again. Are you passionate about the unit trust business?
End of last year I was. I mean, I made the commitment to want to
Yeah.
to go into it full time.
Yeah. Okay.
But then earlier this year things started.
Because of your husband's
Yeah,
opportunity.
yeah.
Okay. What would happen?
I mean, I don't want to hold him back if
No.
he feels that's something that he wants to go back into again.
Yeah. Is there potential for this job to cause him more health problems?
It may. We think that his heart attack previously was due to the stress from his job.
Okay. And is the job that he's doing now over there stressful?
It's slightly more relaxed than when in Malaysia. But you are at the client's mercy.
Right.
Yeah. When they ask for things and they want it within a certain deadline, it has to be produced. And why he's there is because there's shortage of people in the office.
Okay.
Yeah, the industry has grown greatly in China, so much so that there are not enough people to fill the space there.
Okay. What are you going to do?
When?
What are you going to do? What decision are you going to make about this? Let's say your husband rings up and he says, they've signed. But I'm not entirely sure that I want to stay on. But if you were here, that would make it easier.
I guess then we really have to sit down and then work out all the pros and cons.
Yeah.
Of China, of
Have you
Malaysia.
had that discussion?
No, not yet.
Why
Because they
not?
haven't signed on the dotted line.
Okay.
Yeah.
But so you're going to wait until they sign on the dotted line before you have the discussion?
I think that'll be the best.
Right. You can't have a scenario discussion? The what if? Okay. If they sign, then this. If they don't sign, then what are the options?
So it's a bit difficult to do a long distance discussion, in-depth discussion.
Yeah.
So I have to wait for him to be back. Or
When-
until I go over there.
And when's that happening?
Either end September or early October.
Okay.
I know his medical is in October, so
That he's coming back here.
yeah,
is
he's
he?
coming back from the medical.
Okay. So you're not going over there before then?
Because my parents will be back on Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'll be here for them.
Okay. I can't answer the question on the uncertainty. You have to have that discussion with your husband. The uncertainty, it sounds like it's not just you though. It's you're uncertain, he's uncertain, the whole situation is uncertain. It's all hanging on this boss of the company in China. Your destiny is in their hands. How does that make you feel?
Very uncertain.
Very uncertain. So what do you do between now and then?
I'll concentrate on what is on hand right now.
Okay. Are you able? Is he expecting an answer to the decision about whether or not the company signs? Whatever is he expecting? Is that expected to happen at any time?
I was supposed it's going to be anytime soon because they finished that project, or rather the 5-year plan. And I think that point person has gone back to Europe to present.
So at the moment it's just working month by month.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Does that make you feel insecure?
Secure what?
Financially?
No.
No. Would you be happy with your husband just here, with you and him working in the business? That wasn't a real quick, definite answer, that one.
Yeah, because well, for him also, he's I think he needs a boot camp also.
Okay. There'll be one in October. So what can you do between now and then though? You can't make a decision. You can't just...
No, like what I told you, then I will carry on with the two businesses.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Is that satisfying to you enough at the moment? Can you be passionate about that?
Yes.
Are you passionate about that?
Well, in fact, the other business, the scholastic book business, right now I'm slightly more passionate about that.
Okay.
Yeah. Because then I see results
Right.
very quickly.
It's immediate cash.
Yeah.
Any passive income?
What do you mean by
Is there any passive, like residual income?
No.
Nothing. So it's
So
if I
how-
sell that, I get this. Okay.
Yeah.
Why did you get involved in that?
Well, like I said, doing full-time for public in the public mutual business is not necessarily something where you have to work, 9 to 5 every day. Yeah, you could combine it with other things. Yeah. And I still like working with children. I still like teaching.
Okay.
Yeah, and therefore that's another avenue.
Yeah.
It's slightly different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're actually in a situation where you've got multiple options.
I think too many. No.
I don't know. You have to decide that yourself, but it sounds pretty exciting. Because no matter which way you go, you're either going to have this new life in China, or you're going to have your husband back, and you're going to have your business, and you still have an interest in what you're doing with the children, which is providing you with an additional income as well as that. Plus that expands your network for contacts for the unit trust business. Why aren't you feeling good about it?
I guess, like I said, I feel I'm still uncertain about where my actual direction will be. Is it?
Yeah. But there is no other solution at this point in time, is there? There's no definite answer.
Yeah, there's no definite answer
Okay.
for the time being.
Yeah. So in some respects, it's a little bit like lies that this is the situation, you can't change anything. So be happy for where you're at. Yeah. You've got a unit trust business that is moving along. Are you happy with the way it's moving along?
Not really. Not
Okay.
really. I wanted to go further.
Okay.
Actually, that's one of the reason why I signed up for
Okay.
the
All right. So there's some courage there. In between now and when you find out clearly what the direction is, we have one direction. And the one direction is to stay doing what you're doing here with the unit trust and this Scholastic Books and daily Skypes of about 2 hours, except while you're doing the boot camp, with your husband. So you do have certainty at the moment. There is a possibility of a change. So is there, you can stay focused on the uncertainty. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if I'm doing unit trust. I don't know if I'm doing Scholastic Books. I don't know if I'm going to China. I don't know. You can be like that. Or what's another way you could be in relation to all of that information? Same information, same situation.
focus on what currently I can do now.
Yeah? Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So you do have a unit trust business that you can work on. You do have the Scholastic business. You do have technology to stay in touch with your husband. He's the one with the uncertainty.
Yeah, that's right.
Not you. And there's uncertainty for him on a number of fronts. There's uncertainty for him not only on the job, but there's uncertainty on health. That creates uncertainty for you in terms of relationship. Doesn't it? So there is uncertainty there. But right at the moment, he's okay. Isn't he?
Yes.
Okay. So, in more recent times he's been okay, but the doctor just wants to see him to check some things, but generally okay. That's a whole heap of certainty.
All right.
Do you think?
Well, it is too.
Are you able to embrace that as being certain of where you are right now, despite the fact that that may change in the future? But it's the same as, if I can use an example, Lai may have health problems in the future. You may have to make another decision about whether or not you're going to live in China. At the moment, you don't have that decision. So there's no uncertainty about that. There's some uncertainty about where you will end up, but right at this point in time, you have certainty as you wake up each day what you need to do.
That's right.
So are you still feeling uncertain?
Not so much now.
Okay. Can you see, like, all we did was we just reframe things, right? You're actually, your uncertainty was coming from you trying to focus and sort out things that you can't control. You can't control it. Your husband can't control it. He could make a decision that if the thing doesn't happen over there, that he will come back and start working. Is he likely to do that?
Yeah, if it doesn't happen there, he certainly will come back.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then it'll be just back to business with
That's
the...
true, yes.
Okay. And that's okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You've got some fantastic options available to you, really. Like, you're in a no-lose situation. Aren't you? No matter what happens, you're in a no-lose situation. If, for example, you go to China, yes, the upline takes over, but who's to say that things won't continue to trickle along and then a few years from now you come back and regenerate the business again?
Yeah, that's an option, yeah.
Is it possible to run this business while you're not in the country all the time? Is it?
It's a bit difficult. It's a bit difficult.
Pardon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. But even if you, I don't know. That's the logistics that you could work out later. But the thing is that you've got options any way you go. True?
True.
Nothing but certainty, and whatever happens, it's good. If you're living in China and having a good time over there, all right, I don't think you're going to worry too much about the unit trust business over here. I think you'll just be enjoying life, being there, doing what you're doing. You'll be probably working with children again, yes?
Yes.
Okay? So, you're going to be doing what you love. Do what you love, the money will follow. And at the moment, you just do what you can do. And that's the only thing you can do. Correct? Yeah. Does anyone have another opinion or another thought? Does anyone else want to coach? No? You okay?
Yes.
Good.
Thank you.
That's it. Done. Welcome. Turn to the right so you're facing the back of the first person in front of you. Turn to the right, the back of the person. Alright? Move in close enough so you can put your hands on the shoulders of the person in front of you. Right? No, we don't have to walk, guys. Okay? Right? And just give that person a nice little rub. Now, bearing in mind, if you're doing that, a shoulder rub, right? Feels good. Hey, hey, nice, bit of a rub. Okay, turn the other way because you've got a dominant hand working there. So turn the other way because the other shoulder needs a good going over as well. All right, you see? Okay. Oh, okay. Too much information. All right, stop now. And just have a good stretch up. All right, reach up to the sky. Make that sound you make in the morning. Okay. And have a sit, pushing forward. Pushing for you to see change in your life. Do you want that?
Yes.
Yeah? Yes. Right? So that's what you've got to have. You've got to go through this process of eliminate. You can't fill up the car until you prepare the car. So part of what we're doing today is actually preparing The car. Sorry, hang on, we don't need that in there. We don't need to take that on the journey. What's this doing there? That shouldn't be like that. Okay, maybe we need to give the car a service. Yes, let's do that. Right? Let's look at the system, the engine that's in there behind. All right? Very, very important stuff. You must understand this stuff. You must know it. You've got to dive into it. And no matter how tedious this becomes, you are doing things that the vast majority of people do not do. The vast majority of people just mosey on through life, and they don't know why things happen to them. And they don't know that most of the things that happen to them are because of them, not because of stuff outside them. But they have blamatology, right? Or blamatitis. The point is, it's not my fault, it's this, it's the weather, it's the market, it's this, it's whatever. You know, you look like people from Saturday Night Fever, you know. Okay? You have to understand that you are responsible for your life in every aspect of it. Okay? And I'm forcing you to dig deep into these things. We've only just begun. Okay? So there's more. Right. I'm going to help you with that.
Okay.
More nervous.
Okay, my most value that I want to
By the way,
avoid. Yeah?
these don't have to be in any particular order.
Okay.
They'll leave you there. So,
Okay.
you right
One
now?
is okay. One is laziness, because this will result in not taking any action. I always cop out. I take the easy way out. Easier not to do any work. You know.
We should talk.
Okay, and the way my values are faith, family, and balance. Okay, so fear comes in between of fear, failure, and risk also comes in between of faith, because when we lose faith, that's when fear comes in. And family, so you feel lonely. I mean, the fear of loneliness, maybe, I don't know, how it links to family.
Can I put you on the spot here? So because you won't come out here to the hot seat, I'm going to say that, whatever. You actually experience a lot of that loneliness within the family. In particular, within your husband's family. Do you want to share why?
Why?
Why that loneliness occurred?
Sometimes maybe because you see different family, different values. They're coming from a different world. I'm coming from a different world. So there may not be. Maybe the frequency is not the same. But it's changing.
It's changing, yeah. Because it used to be, oh dear, this lady here. If she wasn't so nice, she'd be hurting people. Isn't it? Because you're in a pretty bad, almost angry state, weren't you, about the circumstances? And yet, they haven't done anything. Meg has done, give her a round of applause. And Meg has done so much work in being the one that's decided that I'm going to move towards being the healer in this relationship, and it's occurring for you. Right? And the one who's benefiting most is you. Right? But it's benefiting Kieran, and it's also actually benefiting the other family members. They just don't know yet. Don't tell them. Don't tell them. Right? But you're doing a fantastic job in that area. Well done. Carrie.
I think first one is pain. I don't like pain.
Physical pain?
Whatever pain.
Any pain?
The 4-letter word was.
Pain with a capital F.
So the values I want to avoid is rejection. The main one would be failure, rejection, and frustration. So frustration because when I get frustrated in terms of especially my business, everything all goes like my work turns upside down and I just avoid and run away. Okay, so this would be it. Actually, I want to relate from what Michelle has talked to me just now about when I reflect back, probably I think I agree with you, maybe it's not the fact that it's laziness or procrastination that I'm avoiding. Probably it's the fear of failure and disempowerment. So when I reflect back, because from my school days until I started working and everything, I think I keep getting a sense of achievement every now and then. First, I got straight A's my PMR, UPSR, SPM I got 9 A's. So I constantly get sense of achievement. Even when my secondary 4, in Form 5 I dropped into the second class, eventually my result was better than majority of the one in the top class. So I get another sense of achievement. And after that I proceed to college. I get 80% of scholarship. So my mom told me that, okay, maybe you can't go college because we don't have enough resources. So I think now I'll just apply for scholarship then. That's why I studied very hard and I got 9 A's and then they granted me 80% of the scholarship. So then I I finished my degree in psychology. And after that, I wanted to work in a TV station so badly, and in the end I got it. And apart from that, I got a part-time job. A part-time job of, I was a script writer. I wanted to so badly that I want to write script, and I got it. I don't know how, but everything all falls in order. So then, okay fine, so I switched my job. I came into this industry, unit trust, about 1 year ago, almost 1 year. And then, that's how I experienced those downturn. Okay, for the first few months, I got really low sales, and I compared to those people around me, and really low, I don't feel that sense of achievement anymore. And later on, because the way to do it is, what I've been taught is, we have to approach people to FTF and cold calling. So FTF and face-to-face and cold calling involves rejection. So rejection means you are disempowering me. You are actually okay. Okay, that's it.
You think it does?
Okay, yeah, that's my belief.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah, good word.
Thank you. So I believe that it involves rejection, and then I'm lowering my self-esteem, and then I wouldn't want to go to that level. So at one point of time, I think, okay, what the heck, since I'm broke anyway, so what makes me different from people at the lower level? And then, yeah, so I just try, but somehow I just couldn't get my level back. So, and I think I start to stop trying to do approaches, because my belief is that when I approach people, then I will get rejected. That's my belief. So I try to avoid that rejection. I'll just, okay, maybe this is not my type of customer that I'm looking for.
Try and see if you can say that and explain that without using the word rejection.
Which phrase?
Say that, you know, when I go and see customers face to face, you said, I know that I'm going to get rejection, right? So you're not allowed to say the word rejection.
Okay.
Right?
Alright.
Right? Can't use the word rejection.
Okay.
So how can you say that?
Whenever I do my prospecting, I anticipated some form of no.
So I expect that some people will say no.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
I expected people would say no.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So then I avoid, and then my activity lesson, and then my upline would tell me that, why aren't you go out and do some stuff? Say, yeah, I'm trying. So sometimes when my appointment cancel and everything, I will just like go haywire.
Yeah.
I don't have that, the switch in my brain, I can't switch anymore. Okay, maybe appointment cancelled, then I'll have to do face-to-face or cold calling approach. I can't do that because I'm not ready emotionally to do that. So I can actually sit in my car for hours without doing anything. So that's a disorder, I would say. So in terms of...
That's not a disorder.
Okay.
That's your coping mechanism. That's avoidance.
Avoidance.
Yeah.
So when I compare with those people in my agency, because our agency is quite strong. My leader is actually rated #1 in the whole nationwide of agency manager, and then most of them, they are around, those people around me, they got quite big sales. I mean, though, especially this guy who, when I look up to, he joined the same time around me, and he actually got ranking, he got ranked as in the top 16 UTC nationwide. And then this guy, he almost achieved to his first level trim and everything, so I'm looking at myself like, okay, where am I?
How does that make you feel?
Release.
You feel released?
Oh, you mean now?
Yeah. How does it make you feel when you...
rationalizing. Or, I don't know.
Now, when you're in that situation where you're feeling as though you're not achieving
sorry.
and there's how does that make you feel?
In that situation, useless, worthless, low self-esteem, good for nothing, waste money, waste time.
Okay. Alright. Has anyone got a gun? You know? And when you have those feelings, how do they help you? Don't they?
I don't see.
Okay, so why do you indulge yourself in those feelings if they don't help you?
Oh, okay. In terms of that, I think when I avoid, like Michelle said, I'm actually getting into this uncomfortable comfort zone.
You don't like that comfort zone actually?
Yeah, I don't like that comfort zone, but I'm still.
But you are comfortable.
Yeah, because I'm being protected.
You're comfortable with the discomfort.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm comfortable with the discomfort, so I can just sleep.
Yeah.
You know, when I sleep, I can just forget everything.
Yeah. Sleep's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if you mix it with alcohol and other pills. No, I'm saying they're options, like, if you want to consider it, but probably not that good. When you stay like that for long periods of time, what happens?
I can't pay my bills, I can't pay my debts. I will have to ask some money from my mom, which she does not have much.
So how do you feel when you have to go and ask mum for money?
I feel very bad. Feel that I'm keep wasting the time and money.
Yeah. Because mum supported you to be here too.
And my dad as well.
Yeah, okay. So there's all this pressure to succeed.
Yeah, I think I'm carrying a huge responsibility.
Okay. Can I just suggest that you might be dumping a whole lot of responsibility onto yourself? Right. And you're choosing to carry it?
But I think I have to.
Yeah? That's kind of like walking forward this way. Yeah? Because what you're trying to do is you're trying to carry that load, move away from things like rejection, right? And when things don't work out though, you go to procrastination and you go to laziness, right? Which actually feeds more of the situation. So in a cyclical basis, you end up, I've got to go and ask for more money again. Right? How do you break that cycle?
More commission, sales.
Okay, you've gone way bunch of steps forward there, right? Because we're talking about here, you're over here being procrastinating, right? And the way in which you deal with that is bring in commission, where you just ring up, commission? So what happens between where you are procrastinating and bringing in more commission? What changes Robin from being this person sitting around in his car hours and hours and hours not doing something to I'm going to do something? What changes?
My perception.
Yeah, okay. men do this all the time, all right? We talk in generalities, right? Because then we don't have to be pinned down to things. This is what men do, right? Being a typical male, right? And we do that. But there is something that triggers in you that makes you get up, get out, and go and talk to someone.
I don't find it.
Well, you must, because you do go out there and do it from time to time, right? So sometimes you've been procrastinating for a long time and you haven't been working hard, something happens and you get up and go and do some work, correct? What is it that makes you get up?
Money.
Money. Is it? Really? So it's a desire for money. Can I just say something to you? Just listening to you just today, your whole world revolves around that. Sorry. Okay?
Order my US dollar.
Yeah. Your whole world revolves around that. Even your highest values of prosperity and those sorts of things. Because when I think you use the word prosperity, you're actually thinking of money. Yeah. Okay. And in this business, I mean, I understand that. In this business that you're in, if you're in it for the money, you will fail.
Because currently to me right now, what is important is money because this is what we are lacking in the family. So I feel that I need to find as much as I can to support.
What is causing you? No, okay, there's stuff behind that, right? The money is the end result, right? There's not enough money coming in because, right? You're not dealing with the becauses, right? You're just going straight to, we're going to get money, right? But the reason why you procrastinate and get stuck with all these places is other things. There's self-belief issues. Okay? It's, if I don't check, hang on, I got 9 A's. All of these things. Don't take this the wrong way, and I admire people who can do that, but when you are getting 9 A's and doing those sorts of things, you are competing with yourself, right? It's the ability to take information that is already in there and regurgitate that information and be able to write it down for someone else to write scores on it, right? That's a confidence thing because you're in that. You don't have to face anyone, you don't have to have a relationship when you're dealing with it. It's like you do all of these stats and these tables and I work it out and you got the whole thing. Right? That's just you analysing. That's being involved in busyness, right? You get involved in that busyness. I've analysed everything, I know what I'm doing. You're actually not doing any business in the process. I mean, you are. Okay, you're doing something. But do you see what I'm getting at here? Is that if you remain focused on this, you're actually not dealing with the stuff that's really important. And the stuff that is really important about you is your confidence, your courage, you know, your self-respect, your self-esteem, you know, believing that you are capable of great things. Do you see what I'm getting at? How do you feel when I say those things to you about having more respect for yourself, having more confidence? Forget about money. Forget about this. This is just about building up Robin.
More self-confidence.
Confidence, self-esteem. What sorts of emotions would you like to have? Happiness.
I mean, if you mention about self-confidence and everything else, I would feel really happy about it.
Yeah. But how about you are self-confident and happy? And powerful. And proactive. And influential.
It's like you carry my
Okay.
things that I think.
Okay, so
no, those are the words that resonate with me just now.
In the values.
Yeah, power,
Okay.
influence.
Yeah. But you say that you want all of those things, but you keep coming back to money. You know what? Money is just an outcome. Right? And that's what I'm saying. Do you understand what I'm saying? You all understand that, don't you? That if you focus on the money in this business, you will fail. Because when you focus on the money, totally centered on yourself. Right? You have to become very client focused. Focus on their needs. Right? And the numbers game things, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to help as many people as I possibly can who want to listen to what I'm sharing.
That was what I thought, what I've been taught to think like that.
Yeah, well, somewhere along the line you've screwed that up and you've turned that into, I've got to go out there and get money.
That was, yeah.
Money.
Usually that thought was diluted.
Right? You know what happens when you go for money? You sound desperate to the client. Clients pick that up, don't they?
Yeah.
They pick up when you are trying to get money, because when you go for the money, you're actually there for yourself, not them. And I know that I've read in your questionnaire these things you want to do, but you're actually not doing that. Do you see that? Do you see that? So you're going to have a pretty powerful breakthrough tomorrow. If you haven't already had one today. But you have to see yourself in the process of actually changing people's lives. And you're not going to change people's lives by you getting more money. You've got a bit of, don't take this the wrong way, this is just an awareness thing, but you've got a selfish approach to the business.
Sorry?
You've got a selfish approach to the business. Meaning that you approach this business with the mindset of what am I going to get out of it? And the thing is, when you look for, and tell me if it's true here folks, when you look for ways in which you can help other people to get, you know, what did Zig Ziglar say? You help enough people get what they want, you get everything that you want.
I think along the way I help a lot of people.
Oh, of course, don't defend, don't start getting defensive.
Okay, that's client.
Yeah.
In terms of my downline, I think I contribute quite a lot to him. But thinking back, I think I do that because of myself as well.
Because you want money.
Because I want the downline.
Yeah, you want the downline to perform well so you can get some commission off it.
Not to that extent.
I know, but you know, I'm being...
Yeah.
Okay, but it's that sort of thing. If I build a big business with lots of high-performing people, I'm going to earn more money. Yeah, okay. You could go about that with the best way for you to create really powerful downline is to be powerful. Yeah. You don't love to be powerful. Be powerful. You are powerful. Give this man a big hand. Why do you think you're a failure?
Really in the sense that in my marriage, I feel that I didn't do enough to help my husband and to set a good home environment for my family when they were growing.
Do you want to just explain a little bit about what your husband was? I mean, and listen, in this whole process, we're not saying your husband's a bad man, right? Because he's not here to defend himself anyway. Right? So that's not fair. No. But call things as they are, right? Because underneath, I think one of the things that I hope you wrote down there as well is guilt.
it was, I mean, a marriage of, we liked each other. We liked each other, we married, and it happens to be my brother-in-law's brother. That means two sisters married to brothers. Okay? I knew that...
that makes Christmas easy, doesn't it?
I knew he had this drinking problem, but at that time it was not so bad. He used to only drink occasional. So after marriage, it was very good marriage. But then he started drinking more. So after that, my first child, between the time and my second baby, he was really drinking a lot, and he was coming back very late and then it became very bitter. So
the relationship became bitter, or he became bitter?
Both.
Okay. And what kind of a drunk was he?
When he's sober, he's very good. He's a good worker.
Yeah.
He's a very good man. When he gets drunk, he becomes abusive.
Physically or just verbally?
Verbally as well as physically.
Okay.
So, I did, at one stage I couldn't take it, and I did leave him for a few weeks. And then he didn't want to come for counseling, but I went back to him because I felt that he needed help. The second time when I left him also, it was the same thing. And then he started being suspicious about me. So when he started being suspicious about me, I was trying to defend myself. Then after that, I wanted to prove him right. And I did whatever he said. It was not true, but I made it true. He kept on saying that.
So you admitted to things that weren't true?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I did that, and then just before he passed away in 2005, he was not well. All the stage I was, he will tell me to leave the house and all that, but I didn't want to, because this marriage, it's the marriage that I chose. Okay, we both agreed to get married and all that. And in fact, in the beginning, some of them have told me that he has it, he drinks. But in my mind, I thought that it will be, it'll be okay once you get married and in a family. But in this case, it didn't happen like that. So when he fell ill I went up to, actually, I wanted to leave him. So I thought the best way to leave him is to go find another job or another profession, something like that, out of the country. And I left in search of going into the nursing. I went to America. I was there for about 3 weeks. Then I found that it was not easy to get into nursing there. At that time, they started in 2004.
Yep.
And I came back. And I thought, okay, let's see how I can work. And that's when, after a while, he started having, he was not well, his health was going downhill. Then he started changing, he stopped his smoking, and he was also running into debts. So whatever money that we earned was all paying off debts. You see, so financially we were very down. So that's when he became quite ill, very ill at that time. But when he went to the hospital and all that, they just said that he is having asthma attack and all that, and they didn't do any other further examination and all that until it was very bad, and I had to take him
it was there that I felt that I found him so helpless. I found that, I knew that he was not going to come back.
Yeah.
I knew that. He
It was
was
lung cancer he died from.
Yeah, lung cancer. So he was a GH, and then the doctors said that he's having TB. And I said, on what grounds are you saying it's TB? And they said, no, there's only the sputum test was negative. They did another test was negative. Only the X-ray showed some kind of like mass around the lungs. On that, they put him into the AIDS hospital.
Right.
The ward for AIDS patient. That was terrible. First time I'm seeing AIDS patient, I was wondering, why is my husband in this AIDS ward here? So I took him out. On my own accord, I discharged him. I took him to the private hospital, and there the doctor told me that there's no help. Transfer him to UH, and we brought him in an ambulance to UH. And that's when the doctors told me there's no hope for him. It's advanced stage. And just before we went into this life support system, a few pastors came and prayed, and he accepted. Because I was not there, but before that I did ask for forgiveness, and I know that when I was talking to him I felt so bad that I didn't do enough to help him.
What more could you have done?
I don't know.
So you feel bad about not doing more, but you actually don't know what you could have done? But I want you to step back, and I want you to imagine that you are now talking to Joyce, right? And you're going to coach Joyce. You need to talk to Joyce, okay? If you were speaking to Joyce now, and Joyce was sitting here saying what she's saying about feeling that she should have done more, okay? What would you say to Joyce's comment of, I should have done more?
I should have got some people to come. I was all the time hiding things from my children. Some of the things they don't know.
About
my husband.
In terms of things that he did? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. So why did you do that though?
I didn't want the children to have a better day.
Okay, so were you hiding things from them, or were you protecting them? Okay. So that sounds different, doesn't it? Yeah?
And
why were you protecting them?
Because when he comes back drunk, he'll pick on anything.
Yeah.
And I didn't want the children to be... so what I will do is that I'll prepare them, so, okay, Papa is going to come, he's late, he's not back yet. So he might be coming back late drunk, and just go to bed early. Always prepare them like that.
Yeah.
And I felt that it was wrong.
Why?
Because I already developed a fear in them. My youngest daughter is having a lot of problem with that fear now.
What might she be having problems-wise if she had stayed up every time and witnessed violence?
Yeah, that also. I find it both ways.
So you caught between a rock and a hard place, as the expression goes. Like damned if you do and damned if you don't. Yeah? You are not responsible for your husband's behavior. You're not responsible for his drinking. You went away. When you went away, did you take the girls with you?
Yes. The
Okay.
first time, yes. But when I went to America,
No. Okay.
they were bigger.
Okay.
And the other time after them, they were
Okay.
bigger.
All right. So what I'm hearing is that you spend your life protecting the girls. whilst, I might add, trying to protect yourself. Yeah? There is nothing you can do to change what happened.
But the thing is that every time that I see him in the hospital, I saw his face, and then when he passed away, I was there when he passed away, and the moment his heart stopped beating, the whole the support machines triggered. It was an alarm, and I know it was. And the part is that when the nurses and all came, they just asked me to move, and they just wrapped him up like that. I didn't even get a chance to, when the thing happened, they just asked me to leave. And the next moment I saw was that they all wrapped him up, all in white. They tied up and they just took him away. They didn't give my children also to come and see us, We were all there.
Yeah.
And so this thing, I don't know why it keeps haunting me actually. Every time I don't know, it's already now 7 years this year. It's August 4th, it will be 7 years.
Yeah.
I still can't erase the picture.
Are you still having counselling? Why not?
I went to church and I spoke to the pastor.
Not all pastors are counsellors. I'm not a counsellor, and that's why I'm asking you, have you gone to a counsellor? I'm taking a coaching approach to this situation. Why aren't you going to see someone like a counsellor?
I don't want to go back again.
Well, you are every time. You're beating yourself up about your husband's behaviour, right? Regardless of the man. Right? You said he was a nice man, he was a funny man, he was a humorous man, right, when he was sober. Okay. But he made choices, he made lifestyle choices of drinking and smoking. Okay.
But you go outside and ask any of them, said Jacob was a very nice man.
Of course.
And he's not who will tell anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody.
And that's what I said, he's not a bad man. He was.
So, when I go and tell him that, he was like this at home, it's a different picture what we are accessing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's irrelevant to the circumstances, really, because what you're dealing with is stuff that happened in the home, not what other people said about your husband. He suffered severe addiction, and I'm sorry, because I've had quite a bit of this in my family, there's very little that you could have done over and above what you already did. There's very little that you could have done. You can't help somebody who's not prepared to help themselves. Right? You are not responsible for your husband's behaviour. You're not responsible for his death. And you're not responsible for the way in which the nurses came and they wrapped it up, because they're just doing their job. Right? Maybe it wasn't right. I know that this might sound harsh, but you're not responsible for those things. You had the opportunities to spend time with him. The pastors, when he saw them, they said he accepted God. Okay. When you see him in heaven, he'll be a completely different person. Totally healed. Are you able to create a new image of your husband in heaven? Well, let's think about it right now then. So let's assume, get away. Let's assume that, and let's not try and work out who believes about life after death. That's okay, we'll just do it. let's assume you're walking into heaven and he's there to greet you. What's your husband's name?
Jacob.
Jacob. So, what will Jacob look like?
Happy.
Happy? Why would he be happy?
No pain, no sorrow.
No pain, he's perfect health, looks good, skin's good. There's no alcohol in, there's no bars in heaven. Can't buy cigarettes. It's a non-smoking area. Can you build a picture of your husband when you meet him in heaven? You're a faithful wife, a devoted mother, and you did your very best under extreme circumstances, emotionally, physically. Okay? It's an extremely tough time. You will never, ever find relief from continually beating yourself up about this. Never. And if you stay focused on that image, you know, all the machines go off, because that's what happens when the machines go off, they've got nothing to read, so that it just turns on the alarms, and the alarms go on so that they can tell everyone, okay, there's a problem over here, right? And the nurses come in, they're all trained just to do their duties, they come in, yeah, problem, yes, okay, right, there's another one. Which is really unfeeling, because you're the wife that's, you know, half of you wants to slap him and the other half wants to kiss him. Right? That's gone. There is no changing that event. What time did you get out of bed this morning? You got up at 4:45. You must have been in bed. So you woke up at 4:45. Okay. I want you to go back in time and change that. Can you go back and change the fact that you woke up at 4:45?
No.
Really?
Yes, I can change.
You can't change it, can you?
No.
So it's etched in history that on the 27th of July 2012, you woke up at 4:45. Okay? I'm making a note of that. You can't change it. Right? On the 4th of August, 4th of August 2005, right, your husband passed away because of complications as a result of lifestyle disease and an acute case of addiction. Addiction is a rampant thing. Some of us are addicted to our negative opinions and those sorts of things. That's what it was. So he suffered addiction. That addiction went on for a long time. And I can assure you that every single time that he was sober and alone, and he didn't have to protect image, he felt terrible about the way he was and who he was and the way in which he behaved. He was remorseful. And you've forgiven him? Have you forgiven you? You've got some work to do on that one, I do. For you with your faith, the only place you're going to find relief for that is with God. There's many, many, many parts of the Bible that will help you with that. But you are forgiven. You did your best. Have you asked for forgiveness? It's been given. And it's up to you in your time. You just have to accept that. Part of what you need to do maybe is just ask God to help you with accepting forgiveness. Letting it go. Start building this image of meeting Jacob in heaven. Healed, totally healed. Healed of addiction, healed of his attitudes, healed his perfect body, everything like that. And he's really, really, really pleased to see you. Have you ever read The Shack? stay in touch with me, or I'll give you a book to read. No, I can't, because I go to the book. I'll give you the audio files. It's called The Shack. One of the best books ever about understanding the heart of the Lord. God's forgiven you. Jacob's forgiven himself. He probably thinks that I have nothing that I have to forgive Joyce for anyway. And he wants you to get on with your life. He wants you to be happy. He wants you to be a successful, got it together mum for your girls. Can you do that? Start building. No, don't try, because trying is failure with honour. We're not going to do trying. Right? Just say you are. You're going to build a new image of Jacob. And you're going to just do all of this planning in your head about, when I get there, when I walk through that door and I start and I see him, we're going to do this, and we'll talk about this, and we'll hug, and he's going to show me around heaven, or whatever it is for you. Can you do that? It's been helpful. You're taking out of this. You don't got to do a lot of work on yourself, right? You just got to make a decision and start in that direction. And initially it's like walking through wet sand up to here, right? But it'll get easier and easier and easier and easier if you just keep going. Okay? You can't stay where you're at. You're paralysed where you're at. You don't like where you're at, do you? Well, get out. Get out of where you are. Make a decision to get out of where you are. Are you prepared to make that decision? Yeah? Make the decision. And it's just a decision. I'm not staying here anymore. Tell me that. Tell me. I want to believe it. Tell me again. Okay. So what are you going to do? Paint a good picture and get out. Life is what happens to you while you're busy making other plans. It's a hard time sometimes with the things we have to deal with in life, but the reality is that these things happen to us for reasons. And you are a stronger person because of this experience. Yeah, not quite so quick. We identified some things in us yesterday, things that we'd like to get rid of. Yeah? You each did that. You identified that there are certain things, certain disharmonies that are holding you back. Okay? We're going to do something now which is symbolic for you. Something, we're going to create a memory. Create a memory that you will be able to refer back to. We're creating a new reference for you, which will empower you. It's time to let go of some of those things that have been holding you back for some time. We talk about letting go of things. We say, I need to change this. I want to change this. But do we? Do we just go through our lives just talking about doing it, right? Which really doesn't achieve the outcome that you want, does it? Right? So if you really want to let things go, in this symbolic exercise that we're going to go through, don't just be an observer. Be a participant. Have some meaning for yourself. Feel this experience and etch it into your memory as a powerful turning point in your life when you changed your thinking, when you changed your attitude, when you changed your belief system about yourself, about where you're going. Okay? So we're just going to go down here, we're going to mill around. No pushing in the water, alright? Joyce. I want you to have a look at what's on that hand. Why? Anywhere, in your own time.
I'm getting of this negative value. You are no more in my life. I'm getting rid of you. Bye-bye. I won't see you again.
Come. Just keep coming. People, keep coming.
Goodbye anger. Goodbye procrastination. Goodbye lack of self-discipline.
Fantastic. All right, it's on fire. Next. We've got to keep the fire going.
Getting rid of lack of disorder, lack of self-discipline and negative thinking. Out to go from my life, and this is once and for all. You are out of my life.
Next, quick. We've got to keep the fire going. Keep going. We've got to keep the fire going. Keep going.
Getting rid of lack of discipline, uncertainty, and stress. Goodbye.
Okay, next.
I'm rid of all this negative thinking, lack of self-discipline, and nervous. You go away from my life.
Getting all this negative feeling gone.
I won't be conquered by you anymore. I'm free from you.
Goodbye.
Very simple. Goodbye. You're gone.
Getting rid of all of this doesn't serve me.
Doesn't serve you. Yeah. Exactly. Come.
Bye uncertainty. Bye disappointment. I will be self-disciplined. One.
I'm free from all these disharmonies that's stopping me in my growth.
Bye-bye. Quick.
Free from all these disharmonies in my life forever.
Okay, I don't want you anymore, so get out.
Good. Goodbye. Goodbye. Good riddance.
Everything gone.
The champion.
You did it. You are the champion.
Coach, can you give me number one?
Come, coach.
Don't fall in.
I can swim, it's alright.
We're not just burning them, okay? They can't come back, right? So every one of you, once you just get, there's not a whole lot here, but I just want you to get just a little bit. Come in there and just get a little bit. Those are your disharmonies, right? Those are the things you get rid of, okay? You actually might do it. Oh, it's a dragonfly. Beautiful.
Where is it?
See, all of this is letting go. You look at it. If you look at this from a scientific point of view, what happens now? Right? There's a different form of energy being applied to this. We applied heat energy. It changed the structure. What was on a piece of paper laid out changed, the structure changed. Okay? We burnt that. Now we're taking those ashes, that structure there, we're putting it with water, it's changing again. And eventually, as time goes on, as this moves down, and it will eventually move down, all of those particles will break down to nothing. There'll be nothing there, right? You're getting rid of all of those things. Okay? If you have a look at some of these, if you're able to see over here, you see it's sinking down. Going down, nothing. Eventually, these particles will be washed away. They'll go down this stream to another stream, and then finally, they'll end up in the ocean. They sit on the surface for a little bit, they fight, they try to stay there, but eventually they will break down, and they're gone.
Something on my head.
Was it the green one?
Yes, the green one.
Oh, come back!
No, not the green. No, it's a blue. It's a blue one.
A blue one.
The green is still there.
Taking the picture quiet there.
What's the point in close on
Any of it tried to escape? It's all gone. Right, it's all gone. Right, well done. Okay. You're going to go back now, back to the room. But now, you don't have to be silent. Just share, just talk about, but focus on what that means. What that means to you. Now that that's gone, now that it's gone away, what does that mean? And look at the scenery here. Look at that beautiful picture of the water coming down. All right, we've got photos of it. We will post these photos. All of you will be invited to the Champions Only Facebook group. Only people who've gone through the Champions program are members of that group. Currently there are 8. The 6 people from the first program and Michelle and I. That is going to more than double because there's 9 more of you. And we'll post photos up there and there'll be all sorts of things. Okay? But have a look at that. You'll remember these things. All going down there. Going down, 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 down. Look at it, even now. See, the water's coming around, picking up little bits, and they get caught in the current, away they go. Anyone want to swim? Alright, let's make our way back.
Too slow. Okay.
This is my just the other day, Clara was saying, maybe we need to do a park for adults.
Yes.
Many adults want to relive our childhood.
I myself need to have that.
Okay, quickly. 5 minutes.
I feel very
if you want to go and
empowered.
get a coffee or a tea,
I feel happy
or
that I've
go
let
to
it
the toilet,
go.
please do that quickly, Vincent. Robin. Okay, 5 minutes and then back in here.
Thank you.
How do you feel about the whole experience now?
It was very, as
Exhilarating. No, how do you use that word? Exhilarating.
Accelerating.
Accelerating.
Exaggerate.
Accelerating.
Exaggerating or accelerating?
Amazing.
Amazing.
Life transforming. It was wonderful.
Wonderful.
Fabulous. Come on, continue.
What is it? What do you want? Well, I will know. At the moment, I'm still exploring myself. All right, still exploring myself. How do I feel? Anxious, curious. So there's still another 2 more days to go. So I will let you know at the end of the day.
Thank you.
It's a video. You can't print it.
Yeah, the sound is there.
Oh, I didn't realize.
It's the second time. So how do you feel about that?
Oh, it's an interview.
Oh, okay. It's very different from my first one because even though I attended that one as well, I find that more topics are covered here and it's more intensive, you know. So I'm really, it's at a more deeper level. It makes us dig deeper and it's very enriching. Yeah. Thanks.
This is my first time. I'm enjoying it tremendously. And I'm learning to change myself from all my friends here. Thank you so much.
Yes. It's a different experience, and I'm glad that I came expecting it to be different because it's no comparison. The program Mike and Michelle has adjusted it to be better, and I think I myself is at a different place from where I was when I first went to the first boot camp. So now is a second part of my journey. Yeah, so I am looking forward to continuing on with this journey.
Just share. What's the best thing for you?
Feel released,
Feel released.
feel fresh. Everything will be, the bad thing is gone. Coming is good things.
So you feel lighter.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you notice that even though that hill was really steep, you kind of felt like it's okay. It wasn't quite so hard. But then when you were going down there, some of you I know were thinking, we've got to come back up. Yeah. Okay, what else?
And it's an avenue to get rid of what is the disharmony. That's an avenue for doing it.
Yeah.
And to have done it.
Yeah.
And that I can have an affirmation to myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
it's all gone.
Yeah, it's great. That's why it was important for you to actually say something when you put it in there. Because what you said is etched in your memory. What you did and what you said and how you felt when you said it and what you saw and what you heard, all of that is a part of that reference. It's all etched in your memory. The little things. You will never ever forget that little green dragon. Little things like that. What else?
My emotion was quite strong.
Yeah.
Because I felt that I let go the culprit that was holding me back all this while.
Yeah.
So I see it floating away. And then I noticed that when you mentioned that it's stuck in the middle first and then it floats away. So probably it will just still be there, a little bit bits and pieces.
Yeah.
Eventually it will everything will flow.
Yeah. That's a good point. These things that you've symbolically let go, and that's why I said symbolically, these things that you symbolically let go of, okay, they'll hang around. You've spent a lifetime developing some of these things. They're not just going to say, oh, bye! Right? They're not going to go like that, right? They're going to hang around. Nisu is saying, hang on, we've had this for a long time. Right? You've told me that you need it. There you go. Right? But now what you have is a reference point where you can keep going saying, no, I burnt you. I threw you in the river. Okay? And that was the beginning of you leaving my life. So you got something very powerful. Good. Yes, yeah.
I really had to let go with all my emotions.
Yeah.
And after that, I took a deep breath and I see a very clear picture, a very beautiful road ahead of me. Amen.
Wow. Isn't that wonderful? You know, from what you felt yesterday to what you feel now. Okay? We went from tears, feeling insecurity, to unloading, to freedom. Right? Very powerful. Anyone else?
I thought we have to catch our own lunch.
You had to catch your own lunch.
I didn't know we were going to go and burn the thing.
We're going fishing.
Surprise for you.
You're quite a funny man, you know. Very good sense of humour. Yeah. Anyone else?
Okay, for me, I think doing it together as a group is very meaningful. That in a way, it's also like so many people have heard what each one of us has said, and being together, I think I draw strength from each other. It's that powerful experience of doing it together.
Yeah.
Because alone, I think it would not have much meaning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point. Really good point there. You imagine going back and maybe in a week from now or a month from now, sitting down with each other or someone from this particular boot camp and sharing that moment. Okay? You both have a different perspective because you are different people, but you both feel it. You can see it, you can smell it, you can hear that little whippersnapper thing over the other side, the guy cutting the grass. You can hear, you can see that picture of the rapids coming down, you know, with the picture. Okay, so you can get that. Now imagine that a week from now, or in fact when you go back, you sit down with someone, you try and explain that experience to them. Right? They've not been there. They didn't feel it, they didn't smell it, they didn't taste the air, they didn't see things, they didn't burn anything, they didn't say anything about disharmonies, they didn't have any of that. Right? So that's another very powerful reference that you have with the boot camp. Right? There are 14 of you here that understand. You understand this experience. And that's really powerful. Right? You can ring up any one of these people at any time. And I encourage you to swap all of the phone numbers. So you've all got each other's hand phone number. Particularly buddy groups, right? And just stay in touch, and just share things, support each other. Okay? Right? It's very powerful. The other champions will tell you that this is something that we do. I keep sending out an SMS, just randomly. I keep sending it out to everyone. As the group gets bigger and bigger, it's going to cost me more and more. But you know, it's okay. Right? It's money well invested. Well invested. Okay, so you know, I can imagine there'll be a day where there's like thousands of this. Have a good day, champion. $25,000. Just like that. Some of you have gone overseas, but it doesn't matter. That's investment that is worth it. Actually, I think I'll have to get onto a friend who's got a SMS company, and we can check it out. All right, so powerful, powerful experiences. One more. Somebody.
I feel that because by doing this, actually promising to myself and in front of all the champions here that I'm actually getting rid of all the harmonies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I try to say don't think about it. Try to be more disciplined, even at home or to myself. But it always can't be done. But by burning the disharmonies and then saying goodbye to them, it's like promising to myself.
Yeah.
Previously, it was like an excuse.
Yeah. What you did is, and that's that fourth step, part of your new identity. You just announced something to 15 other people, Michelle and I are included, right? So I'm going to hold you accountable as well. That's what we have to do, hold each other accountable. When we hear someone talking about things, all right, we don't become defence lawyers, right? We immediately go to prosecutors and say, hey, hang on. You remember you stood by the river? You got rid of that. Why are you engaging in that? Right? And that doesn't make you perfect, because you probably do the same sometimes. I'm telling you now that you need to get rid of that. And if I ever bring up my stuff, you make sure that you tell me too. Right? That's that powerful reference. Because you all understand, because you can all go, oh yeah, that's right, we did it at the river. Can't deny it. We've got video evidence. Okay? You can't hide this. This has happened. You've done it. You said it. It's on video. Right? Big round of applause. Well done. And everybody put on that t-shirt. It's a really powerful thing to see everyone looking. It's a sign, it's a symbol, it's another reference.
I like it.
It's not to do with your skills, your talents. That's not what makes you a champion. Okay? It's your mindset. Most people don't actually achieve their highest potential because they think they can't. They think it's too hard. They think that there's way too many things involved in me trying to be a champion. Right? That's for those people who really want to work hard and get to that highest level. That's not true. And you've just revealed to us, thank you so much for that sharing, of saying that no, I can achieve, I'm realizing that achieving my goals is actually really achievable. Hence the value of achievement being such a powerful one. Right? You can all achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve. It's not if you can, it's will you. That's the only thing that you say the only obstacle of me achieving things is me. Too right. That's exactly what it is. It's you. You're the obstacle. Your belief system is the obstacle. Now, if you have the belief system, just imagine this is your belief system. Everything that happens to me happens for a reason and a purpose, and it is for my benefit. There are no failures in my life, only results. I choose to take ownership of everything that happens to me in life. I don't need to know and understand everything in order to effectively use everything. My greatest and most important resource is people. To be my best at work and in life in general, I must choose to have fun and enjoy myself and invite others to be involved in that fun. And lastly, lasting success is determined by my commitment to my actions and my follow-through. Lasting success is not to do with how funny you are, how clever you are, how talented you are, how thin you are, how fat you are, how anything you are. It's got nothing to do with that. It's to do with, are you going to do what you know needs to be done? And we already know that, resourcefulness is in there for a reason. I don't have to know everything. I don't know how to use everything. I don't have to be all things to all people in order for me to get or have what it is that I want. Do you understand how powerful this belief system is? You need to adopt this and take it into your heart. That sheet, that one sheet, is worth, in fact, that could replace the other one I just mentioned to you, right, where you write it out. But sometimes writing it out in your own hand is a good thing, right? But you could just take that, okay, pull it out of your book if you need to, or get it photocopied. If you want just that slide, Michelle will email it to you. Okay?
Hi, my name is Joyce Matthew, and I was born in Selangor Estate, Selangor, Malaysia in 1957, and I call Klang my home. I like to read the Bible for hope and encouragement, and the book about the life of Mother Teresa. I found very touching. I have one older brother and two older sisters, and I have two beautiful adult daughters who both live with me. I I was married for 22 years before my husband died of lung cancer in 2005. In the beginning, our marriage was good. He was a joker, but unfortunately, smoking and alcohol ruined his life and caused a lot of pain and abuse in our marriage. When he passed away, I felt hurt, sad, and angry with him. I also felt relief from fear. Since then, I have forgiven him and myself. My greatest personal achievement is being a good mother and a friend to my daughters. Being a mother is also the thing I feel most proud of. Pride in my life. I consider it my greatest gift from God. The saddest moment of my life was when my mother passed away. It was especially sad seeing my dad without her. He was lost and I really felt for him. Up until this Champions Program, 27 to 29 July 2012, the biggest obstacle that has stood in my way of me having success in my business is me, in particular my lack of confidence. Actually, this has been an obstacle for me having success in most of areas of my life. I have felt inferior to others, and this has caused me to worry about what others think of me. As a result, I have also struggled when it came to making decisions. My feelings of inferiority caused me to consider myself more lowly than others, especially when it came to speaking with professionals or higher status people. I felt that I didn't know how to communicate with them. This was not good for my business. And to top it off, I didn't like my waistline. I didn't like how I looked in photographs. In fact, I would summarize it all as saying I had very little self-respect. No more. That's who I was. Let me tell you who I am now and about the brilliant life I have chosen for myself. Joyce Matthew, Champions Breakthrough. Hi, my name is Joyce Matthew and I am a champion. I'm attractive, I'm confident, I'm powerful, I'm influential, I'm decisive, I'm happy, I'm faithful, and I'm self-respecting. In fact, my transformational word is respect. I have created in the image of God. Therefore, it is my God-given right to have respect for myself and to consider myself as the equal of every other human being on earth. Of course, this means I respect you just as I do me. I'm in an excellent state of health. I'm happy and I'm completely at peace with my physical shape. I accept me just the way I am, and I'm very comfortable giving myself praise. Oh, and I look good in photographs. My positive self-image and self-respect is having a very positive influence on my business. Most of my clients are professionals, successful business people, and people who hold prominent positions in industry, community, and government. I'm completely comfortable in the company of those people, so much so that I'm regularly invited to various prestigious functions and I'm constantly receiving business referrals from them. I'm promoted to AM much sooner than I had planned, and I'm about to be promoted to GAM. As a result of my success, I now have a consistently large five-figure income. I'm debt-free. I live in a living and comfortable home. I drive a green metallic green Camry, and I'm able to travel often. My most recent trip was a month-long trip to the Holy Land, including Jerusalem. My life is truly blessed. Something in my life that I am most excited about now is that I have realized the big dream I've always had to start a home for the needy in my community. This is a project that many of the people in my team are involved in, as well as quite a few of my clients. For me, the best thing about success and wealth is being able to share it with others, making a difference in people's lives. I'm respecting myself, respecting others, and helping people to have respect for themselves. This is the purpose of my life. I feel very grateful for this life I live. I have everything I need and more. This is who I am. I'm Joyce Matthew. I'm a respectful champion.
you believe that?
Yes. I tell myself.
Not have to. Do you believe that? Do you believe it? Yeah. You believe it over and over again. That's okay. It's good, isn't it? You feel the breakthrough that occurs for you there? And it's all in the words that you use. You've chosen those words. I just put them together. Alright? You chose the words. So I just go through your questionnaire. And then because the reason why I went to bed at 12:30 last night is because everything that happened yesterday, I think, oh, I'm going to make some changes here, because they told me this. Right? So all of that that's in there is from you. I haven't made it up. Give her another hand. Very, very you, right? This is your life, right? Okay. Take it slowly, right? Read it to everyone. Most importantly, read it to yourself, right? And believe it.
Hi, my name is Lai. I was born in KL, Malaysia in 1965. I've been married for almost 16 years. I have a 13-year-old son, and I call Shala my home. I have 4 older brothers and 2 older sisters, which means, yes, I'm the baby of the family. The best book I read is Money is Everything by Zizi Ali. My most embarrassing moment happened when I was 12 years old. I was watching TV at my neighbor's house when I was rubbing my prosthetic eye and it fell across the room. The saddest moment of my life was when my father passed away when I was only 10 years old. He was the sole breadwinner of the family, and for some time our family was at the loss of what to do. I just want to add this one because
Take your time, deep breaths.
the reason is I committed suicide. He had lung cancer. He's a chain smoker. He didn't want to go for treatment. One day, while we were sleeping, at night, when we woke up in the morning, he was not at the house. So we went around to look for him. And about 1 kilometer from our house, there's a mining pool. Found his slipper at the side of the pool. And one of our neighbors diving to retrieve his body. That's why after that I was so conscious of my health. Brothers and sisters, they all stopped smoking after that. And they were all still young. My brother, he was in Singapore youth, he has to stop and come back and look after us. My eldest brother has been taking care of the whole family since then. Even after he got his own family, he still takes care of us. But so far I have not been able to repay back the kindness that he has given to us. Yeah, I'm trying my best. I hope to make a change, make a difference. The proudest moment of my life was when I got my diploma in marketing. Some of the strength I believe I have is patience. I'm loyal and quite good at problem solving. However, for far too long I've been a procrastinator, I've been lazy and quite introvert. My self-esteem have not been very good, which is part of the reason why I think I like peace in my business is a feeling of rejection. I never liked the fact that I only got one eye. I felt that I'm not smart and I can be quite stubborn at times. In regards to my vision of the future, on the one hand, the thing I am most excited about is being able to earn the kind of income that will make my parents proud. On the other hand, my greatest concern has been I wouldn't be able to save enough money for my son's education and for retirement. It makes no sense to have such opposite view, does it? Up until this champion program, I felt frustrated. I often follow other people's goals and not my own. No more, that is who I was. Let me tell you who I am now and about the brilliant life I've chosen for myself. Hi, my name is Lai Kam Long and I'm a champion. I'm healthy, I'm energetic, I'm confident, I'm smart, I'm happy, I'm positive, I'm decisive, and I'm courageous. In fact, my transformation word is courage. I not only have courage to set my own goals, my life, I totally believe in my ability to achieve this goal. I'm excited about my life and my bright future. My self-esteem is powerful and my self-belief is rock solid. I like who I am. I'm blessed to have one eye, and because it gives me a unique perspective on life. In fact, this blessing makes me a role model for my son. I'm showing him this so-called limitation do not have to determine his expectation or his result. I have conceived and I'm now 100% believe that I'm intelligent and very smart man. Every day I became wiser and I apply my God-given intelligence to achieve more and more success in every area of my champion life. My business is absolutely thriving. I'm a GAM with over 300 downlines in my group, including 10 GAM, a large modern office and personal assistants. My 7-figure income from my business and my investment in properties and shares has given me the time and financial freedom to help out more in church work and to provide financial aid and advice to single parents, to help build homes for orphanage, and to take my family on many wonderful vacations. Life is brilliant. My family lives in a bungalow in Bangsa Hills, about 5,000 square feet, with fruit trees, 2 German Shepherd, underground parking, swimming pool, and a fully equipped gymnasium. I drive a BM 750, and my wife drives a Lexus 450. Most importantly, my family is filled with love, peace, and happiness. My health is excellent, and I choose every day to live my life positively and to cherish every moment. Right now, in this present time, is the only opportunity I have to live the life I'm created for. I choose to live now. I'm the father, the husband, the son that God intended me to be. My son, my wife, and my mother are proud of me, and I know my late father will be proud. I feel grateful for everything in my life. I have everything I need and more. This is who I am. I'm courageous champion.
Well done, my friend. Very good. Notice how the voice, the posture, and everything changes from page 1 to page 2. Okay? There's method in that. There's purpose in that. You have to go into where you are in some detail and really understand it before you can really powerfully come out the other side. Okay? If we just went to page 2, there's been no setting within your mind to get clear about what it is that you're doing and where you're coming from. You understand that? Right? So I don't write all that stuff thinking, this will certainly make him cry. I reckon this one will get him. Right? I don't do that. Right? I just take the information that's there and put it into words. Writing is one of my gifts. Right? So I put it in there. Motivation is one of my gifts. So I use these things to help build other people up. But in order to help build up life has to be taken down. And what you did there, explaining a little bit more, was very, very powerful. And I want to thank everybody for giving Lai the respect and the time to actually go through that, because that's hard work. I understand how you feel. In 1994, my brother at the age of 29 committed suicide. He hung himself. No, he didn't. He gassed himself in a car. When you gas yourself in carbon monoxide, it causes the skin to go very, very red. And he didn't look good. And my mother and father, they had decided that they didn't want any of us children to actually see Tony in the coffin. And I said, no, Mum, you don't have the right to tell me that I can't say goodbye to my brother, and more importantly, we all need to do that. We all need to see him in there in order to be certain that that's our brother in there. And even despite that, I still have dreams, and I still, find it hard to believe that he's not here anymore. Okay? Everything that happens to me in life happens for a reason and a purpose, and it is for my benefit. What is the benefit to you of your father passing away on? The benefit is the focus of health in your entire family. Despite some of the things that you are dealing with health-wise and other things, you have a good approach to that. You are a positive person. You're a very smart man. Okay?
It makes us closer to the family.
Makes you closer.
More closer out there.
Yeah. Up until my brother died, I don't remember ever hearing my father say, I love you. I know that he loved me. I knew that he loved me. I didn't have any questions about whether or not he loved me. It's just, I never ever heard him say it. After my brother died, every single time we were on the phone, every time we catch up, we hug. And he says, in his way, in his bloke, sort of tough guy, love you, boy. But he says it. And I love you, and affection and hugs have come from them. The person that you are today is shaped by that experience. It's a massive experience. Your experience of sin. We can use any experience in our lives to build us up. You know the song Hero by Mariah Carey? The day after we got the message that he died, I got up that morning, put on this program on the TV, and I sat there on my own, and that song came straight on. Hero. And that song has always been associated with my brother. It's our song. So things in life can motivate you.
Hi, my name is Dan Fong Shin. I was born in Kuala Lumpur in 1967. This is the place that I call home. I'm single with 2 sisters, one older, one younger, and one younger brother. The best book I've ever read is Prayer by Philip Yancey. My most embarrassing moment was when I didn't get enough votes to be selected as a prefect in a new school, especially when I had been the head prefect in my previous school, and the people there would have known that. The biggest failure in my life was not being able to market a certification program effectively despite having been in charge of it for several years. The saddest moment of my life was the death of a childhood friend, and this was due to cancer. Before starting the champion program in March this year, I had felt frustrated. I had a stuck in a rut kind of feeling. I didn't like feeling that way, and I didn't really know what to do about it. Because I used to procrastinate and engage in analysis paralysis, especially with new projects, and I wasn't good at, nor did I enjoy networking. I felt that I had no choice but to deal with that frustration slowly and in silence. Of course, all that changed now. My concern about the future is still uncertainty about my parents' health. But I'm not quite as concerned as I was before about my retirement from paid employment, which is true. Oh, by the way, I also had to deal with a fear of growing old, lonely and poor, and I sounded like an absolute misery, even to myself. However, there was this other part of me that believed that everyone deserves success, even me. And there really was the possibility of my life in the future turning out to be better than I could ever dream of. It was confusing, hence the frustration that I felt. A more recent frustration has been my faith. As a Christian, my faith is strong. It's probably the most stable area of my life. Not perfect, just strong and stable. But it's my faith in other areas of my life that has been frustrating me. Why haven't I applied that same brand of faith to things like my self-confidence, my persistence, or my desire to help disadvantaged women and children? The answer is, and always has been, me. My biggest obstacle in life was me. I was shy, I procrastinated, and I feel like changing this one.
It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. And I felt I was slow. I was a what if, and there goes the worst case scenario that was playing. I was a what if warrior who thought that, this is as good as it gets, and often compared myself to others. Not anymore. That was who I was. Let me tell you who I am now and about the brilliant life I am now living. Hi, my name is Dan Fong Shin, and I am a champion. I am proud. I am proud of who I am, what I have achieved, and what I do. I'm confident, I am friendly, I'm courageous, I am decisive, I am beautiful, I'm blessed, I'm someone who takes action, and I am faithful. In fact, my transformational word is faith. In everything I do, everything I say, and in all my thinking patterns, faith is the word that defines me. I have a strong faith in God for a long time, and now I am applying similar faith in my career, my relationships, and in myself. God has blessed me with the awesome privilege and the passion for a career that allows me to teach, train, mentor, and coach people. In the work at CDR, that's my company, the company where I work at, I help people to improve their lives and make a greater contribution at their place of employment. Outside of CDR, I'm able to channel that same passion into my work with disadvantaged women and children and into my love for cooking. It is so easy to take action when I have faith in myself and in what I do. Incidentally, my work with disadvantaged women and children, which had previously been something I had only done in my spare time, has become a much greater part of my life. By faith, I started to seek funding from a variety of sources to allow me to do more work in this area. God has rewarded my faith so abundantly that I'm now seriously considering making this my full-time vocation. I'm so different from the function I was before I started the Champions program. Everyone has noticed, and I know that God's hand is in everything this new function is doing. The most common comment I hear these days is, "Wow, function, you have changed." I sure have. Another reason for the new me is the loving and supportive husband that God has given me. He's such a blessing, and I thank God for him every day. The possible, better than I can dream of future has become my present. I am truly blessed. By the way, I'm now affectionately known as the networking queen. This has really helped me with my involvement at church and in my work with disadvantaged women and children. I am so very grateful for my brilliant life, my champion life. I have everything I need and more. This is who I am. I am Dan Fong Chin. I am a faithful champion.
If you want to change things, that's fine. I'll send you the soft copy.
Yeah.
You can change anything. There's probably page 2 that matters anyway.
Yes.
Anything you want to change
About
anything?
the what full-time vocation?
Prophecy.
Maybe.
Or better.
Or better.
Good student.
So that's good. You've always had strong faith, as in the faith in God thing. And I thought, where is that faith in these other areas? That faith in yourself, faith in your abilities, faith in those sorts of things. That's just as important. And I believe that God, or whatever power you see as the higher power, wants you to have that sort of confidence, and faith, and passion in the things that you do. So, who knows?
And a different word for this part of the journey.
Yeah.
My earlier word was different.
Yeah.
Because I was at a different place then.
Yeah. So previously, you want to share the word?
Oh, previously my word was action. So I have taken some action in these past few months, and now you're right. That is not so much the transformational word.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm at a different place, and it's going to be something else for this part of the journey.
Good, fantastic. Well done. All right. We either get you on the hot seat or we get you on the breakthrough. One of the two.
It's fine. It's fine.
So, okay. So again, this is you. This is your life.
Thank you. Hi everybody. I'm Angela Young. I was born in KL, Malaysia in 1956, and I call Lampang, where I live, my home. I have 2 brothers, 2 sisters. They're all younger than me. I'm happily single. I don't have any particular favorite book. Actually, I do in hindsight. The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. I couldn't think when I was writing. But I enjoy reading biographies of people who have made it. All kinds of people. As well as on literature on subjects like finance, health, cooking, music, languages. I'm learning French right now and Mandarin, which is so hard. I've had a few
few most embarrassing moments. Once I sang at my company annual dinner, my voice went flat. And another time, I was reading the Bible at church, my contact lenses fuzzed up. I couldn't read. There isn't a particular sad moment in my life. However, there were many sad moments I can recall about the way my parents brought up their children. Maybe I can share a little bit here. My dad, I think, has a lot of demons which he hasn't dealt with, which he has brought to his family. So when we were growing up, if he didn't like us to talk, or if he didn't like us to do something, or if he didn't like us to do anything, he wouldn't allow us to express ourselves. Sometimes, like, when we talk among ourselves, when you have something happen to you, it could be fear, it could be anything. When you talk, you say, don't talk now. And we felt very restricted. We can't have fun. Like Christmas, you go crazy, you go food, you talk nonsense with your mom. He doesn't allow you to do that. So we grew up like, we want to please him, he's dad. But at the same time, you cannot please him. You want to do what he wants because you don't want to make your dad mad. But at the same time, you cannot be pleased. So we grew up very, very, very difficult. And I think it's really sad because he's a good man, my mom, she's a good mother. But because of him not dealing with his demons, he's brought his demons to the family, and that's not fair. And so I felt that there were many opportunities which I missed because of this. Anyway, what are my strengths? Oh no. The proudest moment of my life was when I qualified as an accountant and I won the gold medal as the top scorer in our final exam paper. What are my strengths? Well, I have a willingness to learn, I have a strong faith in God, and I take action when something is wrong. And having said that, one of my weaknesses is my tendency to procrastinate. Lisu is often not my friend, especially when it comes to stress. When stress starts to rise in me, I don't seem to be able to avoid it and be cool. That stress can sometimes be generated by my fears. Something wrong, never mind. I fear things that I can't control, which is stupid. Like the political situation, global financial markets, the rising rate of crime in Kuala Lumpur. Worse than my fears are the unknowns, the gaps. Up until the Champions program, 27 to 29 July, I have had many gaps in my life. For example, not knowing what my life purpose is. I think it's not fully knowing what my life purpose is. I know I deserve success, everyone does. But it seems I haven't had the ability to think big. That is so true. When it came to the questions about the future, I said, I am hoping for the best. Yes, that's true. I couldn't even answer the question about what I struggle with most in my life. Actually, that was one of my struggles, yes. I just didn't have the answers. Okay, no more. That is who I was. Let me tell you who I am now, about the brilliant life I have chosen for myself. Hi, I'm Angeline Leong, and I am a champion. I'm a clear thinker. I'm purposeful, I'm driven, I'm blessed, I'm successful, I'm happy, and I am certain. Indeed, my transformational word is certainty. I like this. I have absolute certainty about my life purpose and about the direction for me in every area of my life. I have certainty about my place in this world and my security within it. My physical security is in God's hands, and no matter what happens in global financial markets, my financial security is found in my ability to earn an income. The certainty I feel with this new sense of security is also having a positive influence on my relationships, all my relationships, personal and business. I'm more at peace with myself, and subsequently, I'm more tolerant of people and more accepting of our differences. I can build successful relationships with anyone. That's nice. This is especially brilliant for my business. On the subject of my business, soon after the boot camp, I was promoted to AM, and now I am a GAN. My passion for helping people, alongside my newfound peace, has made recruiting virtually effortless. I have a large and ever-expanding team of happy and fulfilled UTCs. My substantial monthly income allows me to regularly attend Sunday Mass, practice yoga, take my family members out for Sunday brunches, and still have plenty of time for looking after customers, new and old, and people in my life. People in my team. I love my life. Oh, by the way, I've certainly learned how to think big, really big. I own a mortgage-free house. Actually, I do now. And
That was quick.
I do own a mortgage-free house.
Okay.
Maybe a bigger one. No, another bigger one. And not just a house.
Add it in.
Yeah, it's a beautiful home, my sanctuary. I drive a very nice late model